The world as you know it is ended. The great cities stand abandoned and crumbling, their once bustling streets overrun with an onslaught of natural foliage. Only a few thousand survivors remain to rebuild the glory of their once proud species. So, what now? This is the place where questions like that get answered and so many other ideas get broken down, brainstormed, expanded on, and compiled. This is where theoretical problems are theoretically solved. This is the place where no idea is a bad idea, except bad ideas and no ideas, because the more ideas you hear, the more likely you are to hear a good one. Welcome to the Brain Trust. Guys, we're going to be talking about the end of the world. We're going to be talking about not so much the end, but what comes after. And the post-apocalyptic world that I've set up, just for convenience sake, has wiped out most of humanity, but left everything else intact. So we've got about 100,000 humans worldwide. This is the scenario. And the rest of humanity has been wiped out by a virus. We've got about 4 years of really chaotic times that started everything off. And then about 6 years of nice, quiet, where's everybody gone, before people start congregating together. And as they meet, how do they rebuild their society? Welcome to the show, everybody. We've got Egglord the Nosferatu. We've, of course, got placeholder the Politopod and Cassie here to talk about the end after the end. Ideas?
So
I say we start
Brotherhood of Steel.
Nah, we start cults, man.
We definitely
All right.
Definitely start doing place.
We start worshiping unexploded nuclear bombs.
Why did we invite Egglord in here to suggest the first, right off the bat, that we invent religion all over again?
Because he's the only smart pagan we know.
Shut the fuck up.
Are we called children of the atom?
No, we're called the survivors of the plague. Because the only thing that we could really think of, my roommate Bob and I said the only thing that could really wipe out just humanity, except for maybe 100,000 or so that were immune, would be a plague or some sort of disease.
You know what
We're still worshiping.
We're going to name the disease ligma.
I thought we could name it apathy.
No one's immune.
Well, hang on, Pod. You have to be careful with that, because if you have, if you wind up contracting ligma and it goes too far, it might turn into Bofa.
I'm aware. Bofa and ligma are the two worst diseases you could ever get in the modern times, but it's almost as bad as Ebola. To be honest.
Let's go with ancient pathogen, but instead of focusing on the apocalypse, let's focus on how to rebuild society.
Start with water.
Okay.
I'm telling you, worship a nuke. Doesn't even have to be related to how the world ended, man. Just worship the nukes.
You know what? We'll send the crazy guy to worship the nuke, and he'll come back every 5 years, like kind of glowy and kind of like a little bit weirder looking, and we'll all be like, "Oh yeah, go talk to God for us again. Thanks for the good crops." You know.
It's a perfect solution, to be honest.
So, thinking that most rivers, after 6 years of silence and no humanity, are probably going to be fairly well cleaned out. Or
It depends on where they are.
I don't know. People have bought enough life straws. All you have to do is just walk into someone's house and then grab a life straw, and you're pretty much set.
Dude, I've got a concealed straw carry permit. Don't worry about it.
Careful now.
I can go to California and carry my own straw and conceal it.
He's a bad man. Somebody put him down.
Dude, libertarians rule.
Put him down. He's breaking the system. He's breaking the conditioning. Put him down.
He's breaking the conditioning.
I downloaded all of Alex Jones' podcasts and broadcast them on. I couldn't think of anything funny to say. Shit.
The Bilderberg.
The Bilderberg.
All that's going to be left of the previous civilization will be Alex Jones and Joe Rogan.
It's Alex Jones rant.
Dude, Keith Richards will still be chilling over there with Cher.
Keith Richards is dead. Just like Sam Harris.
See, I never really believed that could happen, so I just didn't believe it when it did, I guess.
They both have ligma too. So
Okay, so seagulls have taken a.
Is it Ligma or Sugma?
Who's this joining in?
Pat,
Apologies for being late.
Yes. Thank you for turning the camera off. It makes us all feel better about ourselves.
Self-censorship is the
speak
best
for yourself,
censorship.
ugly.
I have a face for radio, mate.
I know you do.
Don't we all have a face
And
for
a
radio?
voice for the trash compactor.
A voice for photography. Anyway,
Except for me, why do I have anything to do with anything?
Here's a question for you guys. How potentially useful do you believe steam power would be?
Well, I mean, you would need to use that in order to get back to the post-industrial level of development, and it's clockwork. I mean,
see, I was really nervous.
Down very easily, so we would have it for a very long time as a foundation for the new society.
Question: Where are we at in relation to the world? Where are we located at?
Let's go with somewhere we can all agree on. Can we say somewhere in the center of the American continent?
So what, like basically just the Midwest?
Mississippi River.
Okay.
Somewhere along the Mississippi River. We'll go with Missouri.
St. Louis, Missouri.
St. Louis.
Oh, Oklahoma, where the rats are coming out there.
Montana.
Look, if you want to go worship the nuke in Oklahoma, that's Egg will be joining you.
No, I'm going Montana. I'm going to join Ben Garrison, man.
Dude, I'm staying right where the fuck I'm at. That's all I know. I got water for now.
We're talking. This is 10 years out, and the survivors have all gathered now in St. Louis. Most of the city stands in ruins. It's been reclaimed by nature.
That's cool.
And so I'm thinking agriculture. So we got the river for water. And
a dirty, disgusting river, but a river nonetheless.
Oh, come on. 6 years of no humans messing with anything?
It's not even just that. It's just a dirty river to begin with.
Yeah. Boil the water and condense it, dude.
Just got to get a big-ass cistern or something, and you're pretty much set there.
Yeah. The problem is going to be in manufacturing things like that when they start breaking down.
Yeah.
So I think that if old machinery can't get to be working it again, and in which case electricity would have to be working again. And in order to use electricity for most of the plants, I don't know if St. Louis has any hydroelectric, but anything else, it does.
I think it has a nuclear outside of it too.
Oh man, maybe St. Louis isn't the best spot.
We've chosen it. Your bed. Sleep in your bed.
Maybe a little bit further upriver.
Nope, sleep in the bed. Sleep in it.
Let's say that the reactor's safe and sealed off, and
you have 100 nuclear engineers to watch it at all times.
I don't think that there are that many nuclear engineers alive.
I guarantee you that there are. There are at least 100 in the U.S. Navy right now.
Yeah, but do they succumb to the disease? We're talking about 100,000 people worldwide.
We just get lucky.
So we've got
even two. Well, theoretically.
No, we just get a Deus Ex Machina, and like every nuclear physicist just migrates to the same area simultaneously.
Yeah, and all the farmers just.
St. Louis is the new mecca for nuclear scientists.
So let's just say that I don't even know how many people you would need to run a nuclear reactor. I'm assuming like 50. Plus, like, maybe 5 nuclear engineers.
I'm going to assume if we're talking, like, a post-apocalypse scenario, you're going to need, like, a crew of maybe 10 people for pretty much 12 hours each. This thing has to be constantly watched at that point, right?
Yeah.
I've got one bit of advice. Start raiding libraries.
Yes! Dude, I am building up my own book. I'm seriously building up books just in case shit happens now.
Well, all you really need is to go find like a college and study nuclear engineering.
Yeah, just ask one of the never mind.
I mean, you could teach it to kids.
Yeah. That's true. In a post-apocalyptic world, that might be like one of the most necessary traits if you could get the system working.
And the good thing is that the Ozarks and Kentucky being so close, there's coal everywhere for the steam engines in the meantime.
Huh.
Well, then just go with the steam engines.
Trains, bitch.
Holy shit, post-apocalyptic steampunk world.
I can get behind that. Am I making core sense? I'm good.
They worship the god known as Keck.
I really,
Jesus.
I really wanted to invite people based on steampunk, but I didn't think we could be serious if we did that.
Why?
It was going to go in the wrong direction. It was going to be a pure steampunk talk, and that was
I would not be able to like focus on the conversation. It would just evolve into pure steampunk nonsense.
So I'm thinking
Confuse.
I'm thinking the blacksmith is going to come back.
Oh hell yeah!
way.
I was just telling.
Yes.
I was saying last night that I feel like I need to learn that so I can make like a sword or two. That way I can be like, okay, now I know how to do this if society breaks down.
You don't really need to be a blacksmith to make a sword, though.
No,
Well,
but you do to
whatever.
make a fork or.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
knife.
here's another reason why. Do you think horses would make a comeback? Considering
Oh
they
hell
don't
yeah!
have, like,
You know they would.
Oh god.
Mhm.
And let me explain to you. So, there's a wonderful place called Busch Gardens in downtown St. Louis that's full up with horses. And there's a wonderful state to the east called Kentucky.
Ah, Kentucky.
Where all horses come from, and when they die, they all go.
Their souls find their way.
They all find their way back to Kentucky.
Exactly.
Well,
Their old Kentucky home far away.
how many people honestly
Take
know how to
me
saddle a
home.
horse?
Me.
Like right now, can saddle a horse.
Me.
I can't do, but
I can work with my
And-
girlfriend. She rides horses all the time.
I live in Kentucky.
My girlfriend
If she lives,
terrible. That sort of
Oh,
thing.
she'll live.
It's like
She's
a
tough as
fucking
fucking
class
nails.
race.
I know she's gonna live.
oh.
but now
like
what
Go ahead.
type of horses are we riding? Is the question.
Thoroughbreds and
Because-
Clydesdales.
Clydesdales? Oh my god! Have you actually ever rode a Clydesdale?
Take
Are we
fucking
using English?
Yeah,
English or
Fucking
Western
huge.
saddles? I know they are.
English.
Oh, we're using postage stamps? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
hurts my wee.
I hate to be that guy, but I came in late and I have to understand. Like, are we talking like biological apocalypse, nuclear? What happened? Just like.
We're knocked down to about 100,000 humans worldwide, and everything else is pretty much unaffected. We had
So
about
how many people are in? Like,
Basically, the stand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or if
Captain
we want to
Trips.
go. Okay, which one's darker, the road or the stand?
Okay, here's what
Definitely
happened.
the road.
Scientists,
The road.
scientists in Antarctica thawed out an ancient virus, and humanity is pretty much evolved to think this virus no longer exists. So only about 100,000 people worldwide even have the gene that tells their body how to fight it off. Everyone else dies.
So you're saying Kurt Russell did not save us at the end of the thing?
No.
Exactly. Kurt
Nope.
Russell.
Damn it, Kurt! You should have set yourself on fire.
Oh Christ, that means there's shuggoffs everywhere. Ugh.
He has risen. Cthulhu Azathoth. The Toggin.
So you had 4 years of chaos. A lot of stuff actually turned out pretty bad. You know, you had some fires, riots, some cities burned to the ground. But in the end,
So
6
basically,
years.
our ancestors are going to find the ruins of like Los Angeles and be like, "What's with all these fucking stars? Are these deities?"
Our ancestors are.
No, we'll have books on it. We'll
Okay.
have,
Yeah, we're
Wait,
you're
so-
raiding
what?
libraries.
we'll have entire libraries of lifestyle magazines we've collected from the ancient ruins.
God. Throw it away. Please.
No,
What?
please.
let me show you the ancient record, and it's just good housekeeping.
The kids will
Oh
bring
god, no.
It's about time for a book burning.
yeah. No, that's what'll happen after the kids start bringing popular mechanics to the blacksmith. They're like, can you make this? Shut up.
Oh God.
Give them a good old smack or two.
And then smack the shit out of him. Be like, I remember when drones existed and they were fun. You little
You don't get to have anything fun.
Go sit in your
world like me.
room or whatever.
We don't try to improve our children's lives. It's just like we try to keep them as deep in dark ages as possible. We're like the Catholic Church in that way.
You need to stop worrying about what was and go farm, boy.
you just drop that their education and pick up that shovel.
Yeah. Why would you ever teach them to read? I mean, come on.
Gotta have something to do when you're not
that,
fucking working 13 hours a day.
The darkest of ages are those where we lose literacy.
So
Exactly.
Well, yeah.
Exactly. We need to make a permanent peasant class.
Wait. Oh God!
Oh fuck!
You do it with your kids, and we'll work that out on its own.
Isn't that the old idiom? You know, keep it stupid. You know, they're talking about the peasant class.
Keep them stupid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Keep them stupid.
Okay, but can we all agree? Burn the Communist Manifesto. Any copy you come across.
Yeah, immediately.
Like, just making sure we're all in agreement there.
Oh no, I totally disagree with that.
Hey,
I'm gonna burn you on
For
the
the same reason you keep mine calm.
No, you're not, Pod.
I'm gonna throw you both on the fire.
You know what we're gonna do?
Pod?
We're gonna go find the world's only working helicopter. We're gonna bring it to St. Louis.
We're just gonna throw commies out of the only helicopter.
Did I earn my
If
helicopter
you
ride?
want a helicopter ride, you have to read this book. After about 3 people see what the helicopter ride is, people are gonna stop reading that book.
We're the most authoritarian society ever. Force people to read these books and throw them out of helicopter.
Just right at the very end of the book, right? Now go get in the helicopter.
You know what I want to know? Like if we're knocked down to, like, it's only humans that get knocked down that far as far as population size, right?
Yeah.
Or is it everything?
No,
okay.
It's just humans.
I'm just thinking, like, if we're talking like we suddenly go back to being a nomadic people and you have these people who are traveling like all the way to fucking Missouri, how many people do you think are just going to get taken out by wolves alone? Like, I don't know if that's just like going to be a crazy resurgence, but
you can't make an omelet, my friend.
I'm not saying I'm not saying this is a bad thing. It's going to happen.
For one, wolves don't live in Missouri or Kentucky.
No, he's talking about. Okay, so like
I'm talking mass migration.
A handful of crackheads are hanging out in Montana and they don't realize what's going on. And one day they decide to come into town and everyone's dead. So they're like, okay, let's keep driving. And they keep going and they finally get to Missouri and they're out of crack and they're like, shit. You know? Yeah, I get what he's saying.
Would already have a car at that point.
I'm pretty sure in like somewhere in Montana they'd have to get out on foot because that's what crackheads do. And they're gonna get eaten by wolves, and
so this isn't this is kind of like about the good kind of situation. We might lose a couple of people who have the cure to cancer, but we get rid of the meth heads. I call that even.
I call that a win-win.
Yeah.
Cancer is a natural eliminator.
There you go. Oh dear God!
Yeah, I'm going to hell.
We all are, dude.
All right, no, it's funny, but let's be honest. Let's go ahead and just kill the commies. Come on. Let's be honest.
Like I said, we'll get the one working helicopter at the end of Communist Manifesto. We'll right now get in the helicopter.
Okay, so our boss here wants us to discuss the environmental effects of humans literally being destroyed.
Aside from all the rubble that's bound to occur and all the nuclear fallout that's going to happen, it's going to turn everything into Chernobyl.
Something like a lot of the plant. What's going on there, Cassie?
Are you okay there?
I'm fine. The kids just keep wanting to get up and out of bed.
Aww.
Choke slam.
They want to talk about the New World Order. That's sweet.
No, they don't want to go to school tomorrow.
Oh, I understand that.
Poor
Oh,
kiddos.
Hey, they don't need to go to school. Tell them to just grab a shovel or a pickaxe. I mean, they're gonna need it for the new
Don't they know
world.
that the world is run by workers? Come on. Geez.
All right, so the environmental impacts, for those of you who didn't see The World After Humans, great
I
series.
saw that. That was a fucking trippy show.
Yeah.
Exactly. That is
So-
the thing.
It's actually
Yeah,
something that could
I-
happen.
I would recommend that if you really want to have a good idea about what's going to go on after the world ends, you go and check that out. It's great, but I would personally agree with most of what's going on in there. As far as St. Louis, however, and this is my mindset on it, and correct me if you think this is a bad idea, but I would like to see all the surviving humans congregate in one area to try and kind of rebuild kind of idea of a city, maybe well spread out in different communities within that city.
You know,
But-
in
Okay.
states, one might say.
But and I think this would be a good thing, because leaving the rest of the country to nature to reclaim for, let's say, the next 100 years as humanity starts to spread back out wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing.
And then there were the Muslims that attacked.
Oh, come on, man. They're mostly getting wiped out.
You know what? Okay, one of you guys might,
As soon as they start falling over dead on their own, then the wars start, and they that's what they do the best, man. They war.
okay, something I just remembered, and one of you guys might have to like either discredit or back me up on this, but I remember seeing one thing that said like if the world were to end like in say, I don't know, like 200 more years, we'd be affected. Like even if we still had a sizable population, we'd still be kind of fucked over because we've used up most of the building resources, and it's going to be like crazy difficult to try and salvage as much as we can.
I don't know. I don't think you realize how renewable wood is.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I genuinely want to know like the feasibility of that claim because I heard about this way back.
Yeah.
Way back in the ether.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like it's on to something, but I'm like, no, you can melt down shit pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And besides, how do you think we have almost as much gold as has ever been mined?
That's
'Cause
true.
We recycle it. We
That's
recycle
true.
the valuable stuff.
And then the Chinese buy it from us.
Yes. And then
But
we
what
don't
about-
This is the circle of life.
What about those of us who don't really want to hang out with other people?
No, they're
That's
rich
fine. You just go
traders.
live with the
Gotta put 'em in.
wolves.
like I said, there will be a cult. There will be a cult of nuke worshipping psychopaths.
Oh, the children of Adam. Great.
Yes.
Eventually, we will get enough people to our side that we will start raiding your town.
We will convince you. We
Do
will
I need to-
convince the children of Adam that they are so powerful in their faith that to touch a weapon is forbidden, and then we will pass a law requiring all citizens to be armed.
We'll just tear you apart with our hands and then eat you.
And then eat you. I like to add it on.
Because
Wait.
Do I,
the
need
guns-
do I need a Pit Boy and some 50s music for this? Because I got
guns will keep working.
spurs that jingle jangle in my fucking head right now.
I got spurs that jingle, jingle, jingle.
So if I become part of the
Jingle,
children of Adam, I cannot have a gun. I don't like that.
Oh well, then don't go worship the atom.
Yeah, don't worship nuclear bombs and you're fine.
Don't
No,
worship
no.
retardation.
The thing is, if you're talking about 100,000 people worldwide, the U.S. I think accounts for like 7% of the population of the world. So
Huh.
we have about 7,000 of those, all living in St. Louis. You're gonna have some space, Cassie. You're gonna
Okay.
have some space. You can pick out your mansion.
Okay, can I shoot people that I get annoyed with?
No, we're gonna have a pretty strict rules about like there's 7,000 of us. If we want to constitute a breeding like situation,
We need a gene pool that's
yeah,
viable.
we need a viable
Well-
gene pool.
If you're gonna
Well,
shoot
okay.
him, at least load him with rock salt, for God's sake.
No. Here's the
Okay.
yeah.
Instead of
There you
rock
go.
salt, that's funny.
Get the fuck off my lawn! Psh, ah!
All ammunition will be replaced with paintball.
Well, what if there are people?
I'm
what
okay
if,
with that. That sounds awesome.
We'd actually crank up the power of the paintball gun so that they really fucking hurt.
Well, where are we gonna get the CO2?
Oh shit!
Damn
Steam
it,
power.
man! There you go. I
Powered
can live with that.
paintball gun.
Steampunk paintball. Oh my god.
Well, here's another question: Is let's say in this hypothetical thing, my kid's dad was able to survive. Can I kill him?
No.
Damn it!
No.
Damn it!
That's called evil.
Remember this: if you
Yes.
ever need like bone marrow or something, he's a potential donor.
Damn it!
Throwing that out there.
That's gonna be grisly as fuck in the post-nuclear world.
Oh
God.
yeah, I hear it. Are you ready for a biopsy?
Oh.
Medicine would go downhill really quick.
The thing I think would be the worst.
No, it wouldn't. You can still find the fucking weeds and stuff.
Just find a shit ton of whiskey and you're good. You got a sterile thing to use.
Hopefully, we'll have enough brewers. If I'm alive, I'll figure out the whole hard liquor thing for you guys. But
I'll be a scavenger. I don't give a shit. I'll look for some pre-war Jameson or Jack Daniels.
That shit lasts forever, don't you know?
Oh
yeah,
exactly.
It just gets better as it ages.
So if in this, where would I end up in this world apocalypse? Since I'm the makeup artist.
Oh God, you're gonna need to.
Oh, you're dead.
Yeah.
DOA.
You're probably gonna have to resort to prostitution or farming.
Well, no, I know how to make clothes. I know how to make clothes.
Okay,
So-
seamstresses have a place in the post-apocalyptic world.
We require seamstresses. We require them.
Yes, and I'm a woman, so yeah, that's also a thing.
So
We
I
require
think
women
for rebuilding,
for sexual.
I think we should adopt a
Rebuilding.
system that's similar to the East Coast Brotherhood of Steel.
I like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
We're just techno hoarders. We're like, hey, we'll help you out, bro.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
wait. Are we talking East Coast in Fallout 3 or
Yeah,
Fallout 4?
we're gonna need you guys to scavenge. Like,
I haven't played 4 yet.
Oh, thank God.
we're gonna need you guys to scavenge
Motherfucking
usable
nutface
steel
three.
as well. So
Oh, yeah.
you're gonna start needing to figure out how to, use. Well, shit, you don't have power tools, so get ready to saw that car in half.
I say if we
seriously, it's
find
gonna
it-
take a while. So
I say if we find an armory and we have like more ammunition than we know what to do with, we just saw the fucking car in half with 50 BMG.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
50 BMG.
You're the most manly empire ever.
Hell
For
yeah.
everything.
We rebuild the world in the Doom Marines image.
Didn't they have a Family Guy episode like that where he gets a gun and he uses it for everything,
Probably.
Yes.
Yes.
like turning out lights around the house?
He accidentally shoots Lewis.
Yeah.
No takey my guns.
Uh,
Okay, I'll have the gun in my house then. If we're gonna start
No step
shooting
on
things.
snake.
No, I'm saying powered paintball guns, and once you're in the city, outside the city, you're gonna need your guns because nature
There's, like,
has come
wolves
back.
and bears and
Yeah,
Well-
exactly. And
well,
you
and
know
in-
what? They have this racial memory of this thing called human that they used to be apex over, and they might be again if they found them.
kind of
Well,
fun.
and
don't fuck with bears, man.
we
I
also
don't go
need
anywhere
guns.
without 12 gauge.
We also need guns for hunting and all kinds of stuff.
Oh darn! I guess I'll have to learn to fucking kill at will. Darn it!
I know how to hunt and I know how to skin things.
Oh,
I
so
know, I
yeah.
know how to. I vaguely know how to butcher the things that get killed. So hey, I'm useful now. I won't just ramble about. Oh, we got all these AKs and M4s and shit. No, I know actual things.
How useful would a taxidermist be in the post-apocalyptic
Extremely,
wasteland?
because you would have to tan all your clothes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Not only that, but you could use that shit for scouting. It'd be like one of the those old Native American shit. You know what? They would like wear the pelts of deer and just kind of sneak around. Get amongst the deer.
And then
I'd
jump
fucking
on
do
it and
that.
stab it.
Or fucking just like hit it with a bow staff or something that's got a knife on the end.
Why doesn't Fallout have that?
Huh?
Why doesn't Fallout have that? That would be
Because that would
amazing.
be cool, and Todd Howard isn't good at this shit.
You
Yeah.
just wait. He's gonna prove you all wrong. You big boys.
Lies.
He's laughing now.
I think farming is going to be a big thing, and I think that's where most of the horses are going to end up. By the way,
Elder Scrolls 6 is just going to be Skyrim again. I guarantee it.
Skyrim.
You know what? You know what I'm going to spend most of my day doing in this post-apocalyptic world? Laughing at gamers.
Why?
Because
So
they're
bad.
going to be so sad.
Haha, your life is destroyed.
No, we will have.
I would
We
be
will-
so mad.
I'm
Dude,
totally,
you
I'm
know there's
totally
going to be a
messing
cult
with
of
you.
gamers after that.
Oh yeah, no. As soon
Yeah.
as the first thing, in fact, probably the motivation for getting the power grid back up will be gaming. It will be like this one building where they've connected all these computers, and they're like, if we could just get power. If we could just get power.
Dude, I'm just thinking, like, what if it's like 200 or 300 years in the future, and all these people just see these fucking like vibes or something lying around? It's like, our ancestors used these to communicate with the gods, and they would go on vision quests. It's just like, nah, they just fucking play super hot.
That is such a good game, by the way.
That's a badass game.
Can you imagine some server kickstarting like as soon as they get it all powered up, and some monitor pops up and it starts playing cat videos from YouTube?
Oh my
Like,
god.
oh my god, oh my god, no!
I feel like if we ever,
Or
Not
Gazi
like-
Kojo.
oh
Some
dear
weird-
god, no.
Stop.
Oh, let's hope that he gets killed out by the fallout.
Yeah.
Uhuru.
Fuck you.
Motherfucker. You don't know nothing about blackness.
You know nothing about you know
I
nothing. you freaking
shouldn't
cave
have even said it.
Uhuru, motherfucker.
What's he doing now? Is he still being a racist asshole?
Hopefully.
Oh my god, no. Old. It just starts like Netflix pops up and it's got season 1 of Game of Thrones, and it just starts playing, and the whole civilization goes and watches,
Oh god.
entranced. This is how we must live from here on out.
No. Oh god.
No. What if it was Pornhub that just randomly started playing? I have questions.
And the same point, somebody's reading the book.
That is how you get a cult of Slanesh going. Okay.
And
Yeah.
at the same time,
Okay, so
somebody's
St.
reading a
Louis has
book on
now
the fall
become
of
Sodom and
empires.
Gomorrah too.
This is what happens when women run things. Everything is
No.
shit.
Hey,
Adam Shepard.
Try. Tell me I'm wrong.
damn it!
Right, fine.
Slightly real talk, but does anybody here actually doomsday prep?
Somewhat.
Okay.
I have
I'm-
like
I'm prepared with 3 months of food if there's like a huge emergency. And
I have 6 months.
everybody should be prepared with 3 months of food.
I have
I'm-
6 months, and I have four backup generators down in the basement currently.
Badass.
Yeah, we get some pretty crazy. Like, here's the thing: in Georgia, if you get an inch of snow on the ground, the whole world shuts down. And I am not
Literally.
kidding you. The whole world shuts down. If you're not ready, like the stores don't open, the lights on the streets don't come on. It's fucking ridiculous.
It's like
Meanwhile, in California,
Armageddon.
fires happen all the fucking time, and it stops jack shit.
I know. I grew up in
Meanwhile,
California.
I say this as a native of 5 generations.
People just go out on their porch and watch
Poor
the fire.
bastard.
Oh,
I
dude.
grew up in Riverside, California.
Dude,
Poor bastards.
it's terrible.
So
The other day, the freaking wind stopped, and I was thinking that the world was training us over here for like if
Yeah.
Yellowstone ever goes off. It was
Well-
such thick fog or smoke.
I grew up in Riverside, California. For some reason, they really want that place to burn.
Oh, dude, I think
So-
California is rebelling against its people. Seriously, the landscape is actively trying to burn off the inhabitants. It is a
If it's,
death world here.
if it's not burning to death, mudslides are happening. One of the two things are happening.
All right, you
Oh,
know,
God, don't remind me.
I appreciate you trying to hold down the fort for California, but it's gone, man. Move to
No, I know it is.
Move to Texas.
Was that?
I'm in Georgia. Why do I need to move? Oh, never mind. I do need to move.
I
Never
said
mind.
it's gone, man. I was talking to never mind.
Honestly, I'm just surprised it's not already like Civil War 2 over here with people flinging dildos at the cops or some shit.
Well,
In mass numbers, that is.
And that's why I left in 2007. Wish
Jealous.
you luck.
Is that why?
Huh?
Is that why though?
so much
That
hate.
dildos getting thrown at cops was the thing that did it for you. It wasn't the banning of like soda pop and like other silly things like straws.
And 30-round magazines.
30-round magazine.
Hey man,
Mm-hmm.
go
Was
get
that-
your,
30-round clips.
Yeah.
according
Hey,
to
John,
your card.
do you have your concealed carry permit for plastic straws?
Oh God, don't make those jokes. I've heard so many. It's like, God, they're not.
Did you get it?
Huh?
Do you carry
Oh,
your own?
dude.
Do you carry your own straw?
Oh, dude, Northern California is fucking outlaw territory. We got straws everywhere, bitch.
Oh, you're in Northern.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly. I'm actually
okay.
American.
Okay, so we need you to go to Humboldt County and just load up your as much as you can in a big truck and bring it to the.
Sorry, what's in Humboldt County?
I am horrible.
Weed.
Oh. You know, Colorado's closer, Cassie.
But it's not as strong.
That's
That's the
true. This is a state mostly made up of some grade A potheads. I'm
Did you
imagining
not
our
know that
shit's pretty.
Kentucky is like right beside
Yeah,
Missouri?
that actually explains a lot.
It explains nothing. Maybe, possibly. Okay, yeah, it does.
Yeah,
Explain everything.
it explains quite a lot.
Oh, also, Cassie, since you're so prone to shooting someone who gets on your fucking lawn, do you have like a shit hit the fan weapon that you would use for that? Like, what's your loadout? I gotta know. Like, someone's about to be like, "Hey, how's it going?" You're like, "Fuck off."
No, I can deal with people in small doses. I just really don't care
It's
for
a bendy
people.
straw.
And
It's a fucking bendy straw, yeah.
Jesus Christ, it's a salt straw.
I got a 6 straw.
We have
Nope, didn't work.
on the brain trust. That's what we're all about. Fun.
All right, so, no, we're actually about brainstorming ideas. I think agriculture is going to be the big one. I think we're going to have a water
If we're
processing
in
plant.
St. Louis, really? You're telling me that agriculture is big and one of the biggest fucking producers of food for the United States? You're kidding.
Exactly, exactly. But here's the best part: on the other side of the river is Kansas, where all the cows go to hell,
You
and I mean
Kentucky?
heaven. No, I'm talking about West Coast of Missouri.
West Coast, Missouri. No, St. Louis is on the east. Maybe.
Oh, damn it!
Kentucky's right beside it, though. It's much better for fun.
Carry on my wayward son.
Stop singing fucking Kansas. I
Hey.
hate you.
Do I have you in a stranglehold, baby?
I hope you die.
Hey, look. We really do need to get through with this because all we are is dust in the wind, and
I fucking hate you. Every single one. You're all complicit in this.
Hey,
We know you
just-
hate me.
Dude,
okay.
just remember, all right, the road we cruise is a bitch now, baby.
Fucking
Now you can't turn.
fuck out of here.
all right, seriously, let's get back to doing this. And Pod's right. We're gonna need some water purification up front, and it should be right next to the brewery.
Of course.
Tons. We're gonna need tons of sterilization fluids, large quantities of all different varieties of strength of sterilization fluids in non-isopropyl form. Ethanol. There we go.
There you go.
That's what we need. Ethanol. Large vats, just a drop of water and an endless sea. Shit, I couldn't help it.
Get the fuck out of my Dolphin Radio, you sad son of a bitch. You're dead to me. You're no good.
Okay, same old song. Let's get back.
Wango Tango. I don't know.
Do you not listen to Kansas?
No, I don't listen to fucking trash.
Oh, who hurt you?
Kansas.
Oh.
Well,
I don't
there's
listen to
always
anything
America
named
or
after fucking
Asia.
Greyhawk.
I can't think of any great bands named Kentucky.
Bro, the Kentucky fucking Headhunters, get your head out of your ass. Go.
Hey, are you
Headhunters are Grammy Award winners.
are you asking please to just give you 5 minutes alone? Dolph gets it. So, oh, come on. Why you gotta hate on Pantera, okay?
Nobody was hitting on Pantera, man. So,
Rest in peace, Vinny.
no, that's an interesting thought. Like, the scavengers, I want to send them all out to collect the Grammys and the Oscars so that we can use them to decorate our buildings and make our children think that they are our gods.
Do you really want your children to think they are gods? Think about this.
No.
Think about this.
But I would like them to be a type of currency in the new system. They're like, I'll give you 3 Grammys for an Oscar. An Oscar's nowhere near a Grammy.
I was just thinking we just melt those fucking things down and make those coins out of that.
I know, but like, then the last 3 that didn't get melted down would be worth like twice their weight in gold. Because nobody could ever make them again.
I mean, I don't know what anybody else would want to do with the fucking gramophone made of brass, but all right, cool. I guess we're not Huh?
They'd be like, I'll trade you this, which is a prestige item. Yeah, you see?
All right, I see.
What are the brass coins for anyway? I don't think gold would be too useful except for decorative. Brass.
Well, it's a good conductor. You can put that in new shit if you can figure out a way to manufacture stuff.
Carrying them gives you
copper's better though.
That's true.
Carrying them gives you a permanent +10 to speech craft.
Get the fuck out of here.
And besides,
you fucking weave.
They'll have words on them that Egg's kids never learned how to read. So, you know, if you hold them, you'll be part of the upper class.
I have a feeling that he would be like Floki from like. You guys ever seen like?
Vikings.
Yeah, he's definitely just fucking. He's gonna be the fucking Floki of our group.
Yeah.
Hey, at least that means I'm the shipbuilder.
You're a shit stirrer, more like. Killing good Christians.
I'm just imagining, like, I know there's a lot of people who say Tupac's alive, and I'm just imagining him coming out of a bunker and be like, "The fuck just happened out here?" Tupac's just like, I've been loading up with Cristal or whatever the fuck he drinks for like the last 25 years. What in the hell happened?
Yeah, I've been drinking Cristal or whatever the fuck he drinks. That's the funniest part of that. Whatever the fuck he drinks. Like fucking water, maybe?
Bet you ain't got time for no hydration.
Would it be worth? That's an interesting thought, though. Would it be worth going and finding all the bunkers and?
Oh fuck yeah! You know it would.
And like knocking on and be like, "Is anybody in there?"
Have you heard the good word of survival?
What's that?
Have you heard the good word?
Yeah, we're all alive. If you're in there, kind of don't want to come in if no one answers.
Please don't rape us.
Please don't shoot us.
Open the door. They're like,
please don't rape us or shoot us.
And then it's just like some weird trap from Fallout where it's like a bunch of fucking ghouls or some shit.
No zombies. We're not doing zombies.
They're not zombies. They're ghouls. It's different.
Don't come at me, Smooth Skin. I'll fuck you up.
Yeah, exactly. See? He gets it.
They're mutants. They're like smaller and skinnier, got longer arms and bulging bright eyes.
Mutant. Shut up.
That's my ghoul noise.
You just pissed because I got a face for radio and you don't.
You're just mad because you're a salty little fish.
Mammal. Fucking mammal, bro.
Fucking fish.
It's a mammal.
A dolphin.
Mammal.
It's a mammal. We kick the shit out of sharks for fun.
My sharks for fun.
That's true.
Yeah, it's actually.
That is true.
They bully sharks for fun.
They rape cats probably as well.
Anyway, so I'm going to be opening my own buffalo ranch during the apocalypse because I like cow, I really do, and I've been eating it all my life. But I've had buffalo, and if I get my choice, I'm doing the buffalo ranch.
I feel like at this point, if I was to do anything, I'd be like, I'm going to be a scavenger, but also if I'm not like out in the waste, try not to fucking die, I'm going to be a librarian. Who needs a book?
No, I think anybody in this society is going to be doing a whole hell of a lot of jobs.
Oh yeah, probably also yes. I'll multitask. I'll be like, hey, what the fuck do you need? I'm busy cutting up this buffalo that Dolph just killed. Oh, you need a book on like agriculture? Go down in the aisle labeled A. Don't bother me until 9:30. That's when I'm going to be done cleaning a bunch of guns.
The nobleman's children, of course, who do learn how to read.
The nobleman's children, he says. I wonder who he means by that.
I don't know. I have no idea.
No, earlier in the chat, we were talking. Egglord was talking about kids not learning or something. I don't remember who was talking about.
We gotta keep the peasants illiterate, man.
Yeah, keep the peasants illiterate. So the nobleman children who learn how to read, they'll of course be required to like read 3 or 4 books a day. There will be no teachers. They'll just be forced to write reports on all of them. And Egglord will be agriculture. He'll just be the librarian and be like, here, read. You, I'm guiding you in this direction. You're going to be a pilot as long as you don't crash. In case you're going to be a pilot too.
I feel like if we only have the one helicopter or something, pilots are going to have to wear executioner masks just for the commies. It might fuck up your vision, but you only have to go straight up.
No, we're getting rid of the executioner mask. From now on, it's going to be the clown from It.
Wait, then who's painting the clown's face? Who's painting the clown's face?
Bill Skarsgård, obviously.
Huh?
Oh, you're looking for a job.
I already have a job. So far, I'm going to be making clothes and skinning things.
And you're going to be painting the executioner's face.
No, you know what you need to do?
I've been long dead at this point.
Huh?
You know what needs to happen?
I've been long dead at this point because I got thrown out of a helicopter for advocating preservation of the Communist Manifesto. So.
Oh no! Wait, if they throw you out of a helicopter, that means I'm going to get upset. So really, do you want to upset the person who can skin things and make clothing?
Yes.
Yeah, there's 7,000 of us.
We can figure it out. Clearly, you were going to shoot somebody either way, so you're kind of a rogue element.
I think we just need a killer to be safe.
Double tap to the head.
I don't know.
But I have boobs.
She raises a great point.
That was a tradable commodity.
She is a breeder.
Yeah. Guys, we have to reconsider, because she has a functioning uterus. And presumably 2 functioning ovaries.
You know what's funny? After a little bit, all of our kids are going to be incest.
It's really unsettling. You see, this is why we need
Hold on, how?
We need one of these kids to end up being a pilot.
How the...
It's not like we're
fucking our cousins here.
7,000...
It's the amount of people. Eventually, you're going to be intermarrying. That is it. It's a long way off.
How long is that going to take?
It's about 4 or 5 generations before we're going to need to start figuring out this flying over the oceans thing.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Or getting to Mexico where they have their own little population.
Yeah, I was going to say, are we just going to assume that we're the only people?
Canada.
Fuck Canada.
So what? Am I supposed to be the one that translates when we go to Mexico?
No, I'm there too. Remember?
Oh, good point.
I only speak 12 gauge in English.
I only speak dead Mexican.
All we need is for you to speak 12 gauge in the background.
Yeah. Well, you don't want me in the background. I'll fucking kill you on accident. Buckshot has spread.
Hold up. What kind of government do we form, by the way?
Constitutional Republic.
Military junta. Anyone against us gets murdered.
No, I call for a libertarian.
Authoritarian.
Hold on. Libertarian republic.
I'm saying feudalism.
I'm with Dolph.
Egglord gets fucking thrown out of the helicopter with placeholder.
No, okay, Pod, stop. No, we don't kill placeholder.
We can't hear you
We're
with the sound of the
helicopter buddies.
place.
Yay.
Look. Here's the thing. I don't advocate throwing placeholder out of the helicopter for advocating for the salvation of information. I cannot in good faith do that. I can advocate for throwing out of the helicopter if he wants to form a communist government.
Yeah, that's when we're gonna have issues.
That's where you're getting the helicopter ride, buddy.
Re-communism now.
Tim,
Alright, that's right.
That was the worst ever.
Tim, any government is collectivism. Any government's collectivism, Tim. I know what you're saying in the chat, bro. All right. Anything other than libertarianism and anarchy is collectivism.
No, here's my mindset about the libertarian republic is that the government's one job is to settle disputes between people and to protect the people's property.
Minarchy.
I like monarchy.
No, see, I like techno-theocratic authoritarianism because we can like centralize all power in the wasteland and impose our will.
We don't have technology though.
Out technology and stabilize the world. And
Whose
conquer the
channel is
planet.
this on?
The Academy debate.
The Academy.
Thank you.
That reminds me, guys. I do need to shield the channel. The Brain Trust meets every single Wednesday night through Google Hangouts here on the Academy Debate channel, YouTube channel, I guess, at 11 p.m. New York time. We keep an open door, which is why I mentioned that we use Google Hangouts for anyone with a microphone, a helpful disposition, and at least one idea. So don't be afraid to ask if you can join and hope that there's room. Some of the voices you're hearing, of course, I'm Dolphin Radio, the main host and creator. Placeholder Films is also the host and does all the technical behind-the-scenes work. Say hi, Placeholder.
Hi, Placeholder.
Okay. Cassie the Ragdoll is our official co-host and chat monitor, and Shareview is unfortunately ill today, is usually the show manager. This show is brought to you by Tim, politely atheist, who pays all the bills and lets us do what we want on Wednesday nights when nobody's in the office.
That's a lie.
Yeah, well, we're in the office, of course, but hey, Pod, if you
What's up?
stop taking clothes off, we'll invite you back more often.
If I stop taking clothes off,
Yeah, stop.
I can't help it.
Stop.
I can't help it. I can't help.
Anyway, be sure to check out the debate show as well on Friday night at 9 p.m. New York time, 8 p.m. Central.
Wait, are we done already?
No, we're not done. I'm just talking,
Jesus Christ. Like, what the
pitching everything.
Kermit
If you guys-
2020. Oh my god.
If you guys want to know where to find these people, check out Pod. We'll throw his information in the description below as well. And
Once in a while. Let's be honest here.
should I use your real name or no? I'll let
Whatever
you
works
introduce
for you.
yourself.
Mr. Sutherland is that's my Twitter handle.
Yeah, go chase
What's
him
your
down.
name, Mr.
He's
Mr.
Freaking
Weenie?
hilarious.
What was that now?
You can call him
What
Mr.
did you say your name was?
Sutherland.
Mr. Weenie Boy?
Oh fuck you, dude.
Anyway,
Wiener.
so as we close out, as we do close out the show, because we're closing out, we got about 10 minutes left. We got about 10 minutes left. Let's talk about whether or not we're ever going to install any type of paper monetary policies.
No.
Fuck no.
Oh, okay.
Paper money
No.
is-
We're going to mint coins, all right?
I'm
Simple.
down
No,
with
as-
that.
what we should do, we should trade depleted uranium shells just for
We could. I mean, I played enough Fallout that I'm already kind of trained to want to do caps, but I'm willing to go the Metro 2033 route and use bullets as well.
Yeah, I think bullets would be good.
Brass and steel are the new gold and silver, people.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, bullets makes a lot of sense. At least as
Actually,
down here in Missouri.
Actually, with the population of 7,000, bullets really doesn't make sense because I think people are going to be really reluctant to use them for hunting if they're using them for currency.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why you
True,
balance-
but it could be a matter of using like the more special kind. Like I think
It's like that
everybody's
demon cost.
going to be.
that deer cost me my refrigerator worth of bullets. You know, think about it.
How
I
many
had to
fucking
shoot
shots
6
did you
times to
take
hit
down
that
a goddamn
fucking.
deer dog?
Not bottle caps. We're sticking with bottle caps.
Bottle caps it is.
It was a big deer, man.
It was a big deer.
Ain't no goddamn deer.
I don't
More than
want
3
to
holes.
set the world
No.
on fire.
See, this is where the scavengers. This is where the scavengers get real rich, figuring out how to break into safes.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, and they bring back our monetary policy. They're like, "Hey guys, guess what we got? Gold bars."
Hey, look, let's fucking inflate the market with more bullets. Oh,
Yeah,
our currency's going to shit already.
yeah,
We
like
forgot
bottle
that
caps
people
is
can
gonna
go
be
raid.
better.
We forgot that people can go raid safes.
No, man, we don't need to worry about the currency going to hell. We just worry about the. You guys are gonna use bottle caps? Seriously? You're worried about the currency going to hell? You want to use bottle caps?
What's our
They're not fucking making them anymore.
What is this? The United States of Zimbabwe? We're gonna stamp like the 50 million bottle cap note or something. At
Bitch,
some point?
this is the new California Republic. What are you talking about?
Uganda.
I'll trade you this car full of bottle caps for that soda.
The gods must be crazy.
All right, but I get to keep the bottle cap.
And then some other random dude's just like, I'll trade you a bottle cap for 1 beer, and he's just like, yeah, it sounds like a good trade.
I say we institute a policy where AR lowers are basically worth like several grand. So it's like, oh, you fucking rich, bro.
You know what's going to be sick is whenever we don't have like a Big Mac index or anything to like determine what the cost of everything else around us is going to be. So it's like people are just going to be like handing out fucking bullets to people, and they're just like, they got like 357 Magnums, they got like 22 long, they got like regular 22s.
Basically, seems like we're looking at a barter system regardless.
Pretty much. Until society gets back to like a functioning state, yeah, we're just giving shit for shit.
So what you're telling me is, I can go shoot somebody and I'm losing money.
Oh.
Yep.
Something like that.
No, fuck that. Unless I really don't like the person.
Yeah, and then look, and then that's one less person to trade with.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well, okay.
Profit margins go down. Wait, no.
Yeah, and by the way, he was the only guy who made shoes. Thanks a lot, Pod.
Sorry.
Well,
He had an apprentice, but the guy has been on vacation for 2 weeks and doesn't really know what he's doing yet.
Sorry. I just so happen to be the fucking apprentice. So you can't kill me for killing the cobbler. I'm the only one instead of you.
I killed the cobbler.
But I did not kill myself.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of another song I can annoy you fucking hate.
I like Bob Marley, though.
Well, that's the problem.
Yeah, of course. It's like saying, I like Pink Floyd. Everybody knows everybody likes Pink Floyd. Come on.
Yeah, except for Jews. Like, actually, Jews don't like Pink Floyd because their lead singer's anti-Semitic.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I don't really... I don't care if he's anti-Semitic. I still like him. I like Pink Floyd, man.
Anti-Semitism has no place in the modern world.
Kill all
Fucking
Corbins.
All right.
Well, I don't speak for the Jews, but I will say that
Oy vey.
I don't. I don't really give a shit.
So,
I don't speak for the Jews, but I say oy vey.
They make great music. I like the music.
And the Galil is amazing.
hold up. Would memes be a feasible currency in
there we go. We can trade Pepes.
In the post-apocalyptic world? Yes, rare Pepes, man.
Rare fucking Pepes.
Like you're handing a dude a CPU. Like I swear to God, this thing's got 6,000 megs of rare Pepes.
I got that bag of rare Pepes with your name on them.
Oh god damn.
The
Yeah, you
rarest
can't really
pet
use
baseman.
it because we haven't got the electricity running because the gamers haven't figured out the power plant yet.
We will one day.
Yeah. Anyway, that brings us to the close of our show. Anybody got any
What type of
last
close?
remarks?
What type of close?
What type of close?
You said the close of our show. What type of close?
The clothes that you're gonna put back on, Pod. Stop doing
No,
this.
never. No, my shirt's off now.
All right.
Oh, guess what?
All right, guys.
There goes the
That
pen.
concludes our this episode of the Brain Trust. Be sure to check back with us every single Wednesday night from 11 to 12 p.m. ish.
And always
And,
be sure to buy guns and ammo.
And never be a cuck.
Also, yes.
Yes.
And never be whoever the fuck that guy is.
Fuck you.
Damn it. Good night.
Be yourself.
You've had like 10 opportunities here, placeholder. Where are you?